Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Today we are here to do our NCAA NFL weekly wrap up. Now, this was a crazy week in college and professional football. There were a lot of great games. My predictions for college football this week were pretty spot on. Out of the ranked games, I got most of them. I only missed about 2 or 3 to be honest. And they were a couple of the upsets. But now, the NFL was a bit more tricky. I only got about 10 for 15 this week. I still have tonight's Monday night game to predict, which I will go over that prediction again later on in this video. But, oh yeah, also, I'm uploading FIFA 18 videos. Career mode, Manchester United. Check it out. It's awesome. It's absolutely insane. I spent like $350 million on players in my first episode. Yeah. Now, anyway, the big games in college football, we'll do a quick rundown of the college football scores, and then I'll go into the games that I missed. Any game that you don't hear me say I missed, I did get right, so we'll quickly go into it. Thursday night's game, South Florida beat Temple. They were ranked number 21. Friday night, Utah beat Arizona 30-24. Now, Saturday, my teams that I have predicted to go to the college football playoff all won, so that is good. I'm probably going to get one of them wrong, but I am hoping for at least 3. So, Alabama won 59-0 over Vanderbilt. No surprise there at all. Clemson crushed Boston College 34-7. No surprise there either. Oklahoma was in a really, really tight one with Baylor. Now, Oklahoma is one of the teams that could be stealing one of those positions. I think Oklahoma might make it now over Ohio State, which was one of my teams that I picked. So, but they were in a close one. 49-41 against Baylor. They almost lost. Penn State won again in a tight one against Iowa. These guys are always play tight games, regardless of who's ranked, who's not. These games are always somewhat low scoring and always tight. I don't think I've seen one in like the last decade or so that has been more than 10 points apart. So, Penn State won 21-19. USC won 30-20 over Cal. They are 4-0, and they are one of my other teams to predict. As I said, they are currently in the top 5. I predicted them at the start of the season, and they are still 4-0, undefeated. Now, this was a game that I did get wrong. I had Oklahoma State winning this game over TCU. I had them going 41-38, but TCU surprised me a little bit, won 44-31. Upset alert. TCU is a very good team. Oklahoma, I think, has lost their chance of making it, or Oklahoma State, rather, I think has lost their chance of making it to the football playoff because in the Bedlam game later on this year, I do think Oklahoma will win that game, which would give Oklahoma State 2 losses, which would basically knock them out. So, Oklahoma State has to win out if they want a shot at the playoff. That's just how it's going to have to be. Washington, once again, won. They steamrolled 37-10 over Colorado. Now, they are a team that is going to once again compete for a college football playoff position. I do not think they will make it this year, as I think USC will beat them to it. But that's how it's going to go. Michigan, my mother's alma mater, my aunt's alma mater, 2 of my aunt's alma maters. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 family friends, 5, 6 family friends or cousins who have gone there. So, yeah, I have a lot of family from Michigan, from the Wolverines. So, I always pay attention to them. They're my second college football team over my Florida Gators, where my father went to school. So, those are my 2 college football teams. Michigan is number 8 in the country. They are 4-0. I do not think they will make the playoff because I do think Ohio State will nick them this year. Barely. But I do think they'll probably finish 5, 6, or 7, about where they are right now. So, that's how it is. I do kind of wish the college football playoff was expanded to 8. Having that extra round would be so much fun to watch. It would allow some of those teams to really get into it and really showcase college football, I think. Ohio State, my 4th pick for the college football playoff. They won this week against UNLV. Big 54-21. They rolled it. Georgia beat Mississippi State. This was a really tight game, and this was a Mississippi State team that absolutely took apart LSU last week. They got taken apart this week by Georgia. So Georgia is on a roll. They won 31-3. Florida State is out of the playoff. I'm glad I didn't pick them this year. I know there were a lot of people who did pick them, but I'm glad I didn't. They're 0-2. They lost wire to wire to NC State. They never led in this game. So they might end up with 3 or 4 losses this year, which is about where they should be. Virginia Tech is 4-0. They are a team that's going to compete for a BCS bowl game. Not one of the playoff games, one of the other ones. They will compete. And Miami also is 2-0. They're ranked number 14. They both won big this week. Virginia Tech 38-0, and Miami 52-30 over Toledo. Virginia Tech over Old Dominion. Now, Auburn crushed it. They beat Missouri 51-14. Not much of a surprise there. Washington State is 4-0. The Pac-12 is going to be really, really tight this year. There are a bunch of good teams coming out of that conference. They're also 4-0. They beat Nevada 45-7. Louisville, after that rough loss last week against Clemson, beat Kent State 42-3. They are moving on. Florida, my Gators, also won. They are 2-1. They're not making the playoff this year, but I do think that they are probably going to finish the season around 2 or 3 losses. They'll probably lose 1 or 2 more games this season, but it's looking good for them. They're having a good year, especially with Hurricane Irma. It's nice to see them having a good season. They beat Kentucky 28-27. The games have been close. That's why I haven't. They beat Tennessee on a Hail Mary. They beat Kentucky at the end of, so they're not going to make it this year. San Diego State beat Air Force 28-24. They are 4-0. Now, I did get this game wrong. Arizona State beat Oregon 37-35. So there goes Oregon's chance at a playoff game. So they're done. And LSU did come back and win against Syracuse this week by 11, 35-26. So that is going to wrap that up. So there you go, guys. That is our college wrap-up for this week. I will be posting our NFL wrap-up right after this. So I will see you guys in a few minutes. Richard, or my new name on YouTube, once the 90 days expire, so I can change it. I accidentally glitched it myself. I typed in the wrong name. I wasn't really looking, and I got glitched, and it popped up that way. But King Richard, that is my YouTube name, and will forever be my YouTube name. So King Richard signing off. I will see you guys in a little bit.